Wednesday's your destination for exploration. First, on nature, enter the secretive world of the wolverine.
What the wolverines can do is just beyond human.
Next, Nova asks if modern forensics is sending innocent people to jail.
Human error touches every aspect of forensic science.
Then, see how science can help prevent crimes on Nova Science Now. This Wednesday, PBS is your destination for exploration.
You're watching WSIU Carbondale, WUSI Olney.
River Region Evening Edition is made possible through the membership support of viewers like you, with additional support from Country Insurance and Financial Services and WSIL TV3.
Right now on the River Region Evening Edition, women's issues move front and center after the second presidential debate. We have coverage of some of the changing issues. Plus, we have SIU students' reaction to the debate. And in a special report, crosswalk dangers on campus. And it's not just the driver's fault. Evening Edition begins right now.
Live from the campus of Southern Illinois University, Carbondale. Bringing you the news from around the world and across the River Region. This is the Evening Edition.
Barack Obama and Mitt Romney have one more chance to sway voters in a debate. Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Devin Kidd.
And I'm Alex Wilson. The president says Romney's economic plan is sketchy, and Romney says the president has failed women.
The 90-minute debate had the candidates answering questions from undecided voters on key points, including foreign policy, women's issues, and immigration. Much of the debate focused their economic plans while taking jabs at each other's plan. The Obama campaign was hoping to gain momentum during this debate, and many Democrats say that the president won last night's debate. However, Republicans still believe Mitt Romney was able to keep his advantage from the first debate. A Republican analyst says Romney knew a regeneralized Obama was coming and didn't give an inch.
Around talking about his 5-point plan for the economy for quite some time, and as I pointed out last night, and you guys heard yourselves, it's really a 1-point plan. It's really a 1-point plan. It says folks at the very top can play by their own set of rules. That's why they can pay lower taxes than you do. Or they can use offshore accounts. Or they can invest in a company, bankrupt it, fire the workers, take away their pensions, ship the jobs overseas, and still make money doing it.
Debate watchers saw the president coming out of the gate last night ready for a fight. Mitt Romney's 5-point economic plan got some attention. The president pointed the holes in the plan, though, that also had the president's attention today while campaigning in Mount Vernon, Virginia. Romney says President Barack Obama has failed America's women. He told supporters in Virginia today that women have suffered through high unemployment and high poverty rates the last 4 years. Romney says he has a better plan to help them. Both candidates are courting women voters. During the debate, Romney highlighted the number of women who served in his administration when he was governor of Massachusetts. Now, while campaigning in Iowa on Wednesday, President Obama criticized Romney for not backing a law allowing women to sue for equal pay.
Binders full of women is the quote that was heard around the world last night during the 2012 presidential debate. That quirky phrase taken from Romney's statement about female job inequality seemed to take on a life of its own moments after it left his mouth. The phrase sparked a Facebook page gaining more than 230,000 likes, and it was trending on Twitter until just a few hours ago. It even spawned several comedic pictures, including one of former President Bill Clinton. Although it appears thousands knew about the quote, we wanted to know if students watched the debate and knew the actual context from which it came. Some felt that they were still undecided, but some said that they already knew who they are voting for. David Yepsen of the Paul Simon Public Policy Institute talked about how important it is for voters to tune in for the final debate.
Police say the Green Party candidates for president and vice president were arrested at the second presidential debate. Nassau County, New York police say Green presidential nominee Jill Stein and vice presidential nominee Sherry Honkala were charged with disorderly conduct as they tried to enter the debate site at Hofstra University. The Green Party says in a statement that Stein and Honkala were walking with supporters toward the Hofstra campus Tuesday afternoon when they were met by uniformed police officers. Stein and Honkala then held an impromptu press conference in which Stein called the debate a mockery of democracy. A third person was also charged with disorderly conduct as well. Well, it started out as a beautiful day, but looks like some rain might be headed into the region.
Weathercaster Meredith Hackler is in now with our first look at weather. Meredith?
Well, guys, looking at our weather tonight, we are going to be expecting some cloudy skies, and our temperature is going to be around 62 degrees. In the morning, we can't expect the sun to be out, though, and our temperature being around 51 degrees. By midday, we will expect to see that temperature jump up to about 62 degrees with those sunny skies still above us. Stay tuned for my full weather forecast later tonight.
All right, thank you, Meredith. Up next, crosswalk dangers on the SIU campus. Drivers aren't the only threat. And we find the most dangerous crosswalk on campus.
And the campus job fair attracts a crowd. Who's hiring and what are they looking for? Stay with us.
Join us on the next episode of Expressions as we feature local artists throughout our region.
Thursday at 9.
Today we're actually working on the Expand Your Horizons program, which involves a little engineering and a little fun with dancing.
We crimp the wires and attach the little wires together. Whenever we can step forward and hit the mat with our foot, our hands, a buzzer, or like a piano. I feel like I can actually accomplish something on my own instead of having to call people every time I want something.
WSIU's Election 2012 specials bring you in-depth interviews with candidates running for Illinois General Assembly in the November 6th general election. On the next edition of our series, we'll hear from candidates for State Senate in the 54th District, incumbent Republican Senator Kyle McCarter of Lebanon, and Democratic candidate Dan Stover of Centralia. WSIU Public Television, your election connection.
Friday at 5.
SIUC is now taking a closer look at students walking and driving on campus, and they found that they're looking down at their phones.
The university is concerned about safety after a recent accident on campus. Evening Edition's Logan Lee joins us now in studio with more. Logan?
Everyone knows about texting and the negatives that come with it with driving. The campaign ads against it are everywhere. But when you're in a populated area like a college campus, texting and walking can be just as dangerous, especially when you have crossed paths.
There has been a change in society that has added additional risks that hadn't been there in the past, and it has to do with technology.
Michelle McLaren is the coordinator at the Student Wellness Center on the Southern Illinois campus. She says that the distractions are becoming more of a problem with both drivers and pedestrians.
In the past, people paid a little more attention when they were driving. They had their eyes on the road, they were going forward. There was still some distraction in the vehicle, but for the most part they were driving straight forward, paying attention.
Late last month, an incident occurred on the crosswalk in front of the Recreation Center. A pedestrian who was crossing Grand Avenue was struck by a vehicle. This brought McLaren and her committee to closely investigate the situation.
There were two accidents that happened that was one of them, and another one that was in the community, where the visual field of the driver was blocked by another car as they were approaching.
McLaren said that while technology wasn't the main cause of the two most recent incidents, it is still a major problem. In a survey completed a year ago by a group led by McLaren, they found out that 19% of all students at crosswalks were distracted to some degree. Over 16% of them were distracted by technological devices, such as cell phones and music players. Students are aware of the difficulties there have been with traffic and crosswalks lately. Peter Macharoli, a student at SIU, says that he notices the distractions as both a driver on campus and as someone who walks to and from classes.
I'm always texting friends, or I'm putting music on the phone, and so a lot of times when I'm walking, I'm paying attention to that and less so what's going on around me. I think that my awareness of the environment around me is kind of decreased when I'm plugged in, so to speak.
The pedestrian even if they have the right of way, needs to be even more careful to make sure they're looking and getting eye contact with approaching drivers so that they know that they're being seen. Very, very important to our safety. Even with the right of way, even if the law is on your side, bodies are little, vehicles are big. Very, very important to take that action.
And I was actually interested to know where the busiest crosswalk on the SIU campus is located. McLaren told me that it's actually between the Communications Building and Lawson Hall.
Logan, have you ever had a close call in a crosswalk here on campus?
No, personally, I've never been involved in an incident on a crosswalk, but I will admit that I am one of the 16% that are distracted while they're walking across one.
All right.
And what did you find out about ways that pedestrians and drivers can be more aware?
Well, Michelle did tell me that the biggest tip that she could give to people for both pedestrians and drivers is to make sure you make eye contact with one another before you cross. But the other thing, it's simple enough. If you're walking across a crosswalk, you know, just put your cell phone down for 2 seconds while you make it across, just to make sure that, you know, you make it across safely.
All right.
All right. Thank you very much, Logan. An El Dorado woman died after her home was destroyed by a fire. Firefighters found 58-year-old Karen Sutton on her bedroom floor yesterday as her mobile home burned. They tried to resuscitate her, but she unfortunately did lose her life. The state fire marshal has been called in to investigate the cause of the fire, and it has still been undetermined. Students looking for a job and employers looking for employees met today at the University Career Fair. Razan Tumani has the story.
Today I'm here to try to find a job in the information security and networking. I mean, a lot of the network infrastructure, really.
I find it helpful because they tell me where I could find stuff and get details on certain businesses and where I can find stuff in my field what I'm looking for. So I find it helpful.
Almost 50 companies and organizations set up shop in the Student Center to meet and recruit students.
With the level of talent that's out here today, I'm also impressed with the fact that the amount of freshmen and sophomores that are already looking for a career and getting serious about the rest of their lives. So.
This fair is trying to address the gap between students and employers. This role becomes more important with the economy issues.
Obviously, most of the high-paying jobs are going to be very competitive, and as an undergrad, it almost doesn't cut it anymore. You almost need an advanced degree, a master's degree. So my main concern is trying to find something that applies what I've learned in school and also gives me a pretty decent salary.
Career professionals agree the economy is making it tougher.
Well, the economy is definitely, been in a tumble. It's not easy in the job market nowadays. So there is definitely, students have to make more of an effort in order to get employment. And that's another reason events like this are so important.
Both the students and recruitments were hoping for a successful outcome today, finding a good match. Razan Tumani, Evening Edition.
Career counselors say it's better for seniors to get an early start on their job search, and that's the reason the fair is held during the fall semester.
Halloween is 2 weeks away, and some costumes and decorations may not be as safe as they appear. The state of Illinois is confiscating more than $1,000 worth of novelty contact lenses. The contacts, which featured designs such as flower, 8 balls, or even a solid black iris, were being sold in convenience stores. The Department of Financial and Professional Regulation reported some students got eye injuries from the products. In Illinois, it is illegal to sell lenses with a prescription.
We have rain approaching southern Illinois. Weathercaster Meredith Hackler tells us how long it will be around.
And another good day on Wall Street, and business news is about 15 minutes away on the Nightly Business Report. We'll be right back.
Make Wednesdays your destination for exploration. First, on Nature, enter the secretive world of the Wolverine.
What Wolverines can do is just beyond human.
Next, Nova asks if modern forensics is sending innocent people to jail.
Human error touches every aspect of forensic science.
Then, see how science can help prevent crimes on Nova Science Now. This Wednesday, PBS is your destination for exploration.
Next time on Nature.
You could hear this growl. I was like, okay, we got something real bad here. Hey, yeah, buddy.
out of the shadows,
So little's known about these doggone animals.
a phantom emerges.
It's absolutely impossible for any human being to keep up with a wolverine.
There she goes.
With an appetite for survival.
What wolverines can do is just beyond human.
Wednesday at 7.
Are criminals born or made? These stories started to proliferate that there was something really wrong in our family.
Are some people more prone to violence than others? What is the warrior gene and what is its relationship to aggression? Cutting-edge forensics get inside the criminal mind.
Environments can change the way the brain is wired.
They feel anger on a regular basis and they explode.
On Nova Science Now.
Wednesday at 9.
And now the forecast for the river region. This is your evening edition weather.
Good evening, I'm weathercaster Meredith Hackler. Taking a look at our weather outlook, there are going to be some cloudy skies for pretty much the rest of the week, which are going to also lead to some of those thunderstorms that they were talking about earlier. But after all of that clears up, there will be some warmer temperatures later on in the week. Right now, we see our temperature is at 73 degrees with the dew point at 55 degrees. And the relative humidity is a little bit high at 53%. Today, our high was 80 degrees. Our low was at 43. Today's precipitation was 0.7 inches, and our monthly precipitation is 2.76 inches. Taking a look at the surrounding area, as you can see, Carbondale and Marion are around the same temperature. Marion a little bit warmer at 75. Cape Girardeau around the same temperature as Marion as well, 75 degrees. Paducah warmer as normal, 76. And Belleville, it's a little bit colder than usual, 66 degrees up there. Taking a look at our national satellite, as you can see, there are some clouds headed our way, as I was talking about earlier, which will lead to some of those cloudy skies and those rains that I was talking about as well. Taking a look at our national radar, we are going to be expecting some severe thunderstorms coming our way, or some rain, either one, whichever decides to come first. So that's something you can expect. Tonight, we will expect an overnight low of 46 degrees with wind at west-southwest at 22 miles per hour, and some scattered thunderstorms are expected. Tomorrow, a high of 64 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy skies and some winds expected as well with the 22 miles per hour. Tomorrow night, we are expecting an overnight low of 45 degrees with showers late in the night. Taking a look at our 5-day, on Friday we can expect a high of 58 with some AM showers. On Saturday we can expect a high of 63, a low of 45, partly cloudy. And on Sunday we can expect those temperatures to jump up a little bit to 73 degrees, a low of 54, partly cloudy once again. And on Monday and Tuesday we can expect that temperature to jump up to almost the 80s with the high of 77 degrees and the low in 54 and 52 with sunny skies.
So with all that rain coming, it's probably a good idea to pack an umbrella for the next couple of days.
Yeah, definitely. You want to bring those rain boots too, because there's going to be a lot of mud puddles, but we can expect that temperature to jump up, so we will be seeing some warmer temperatures coming back later on in the week.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Meredith.
No problem.
Saluki football looks to stay hot this weekend, going to Youngstown State.
And the baseball playoffs continue on today as the Cardinals and Giants are in action right now. Sharnice Mitchell joins us now with sports. Sharnice?
Later tonight in baseball, the New York Yankees are trying to avoid elimination. And a national figure in the world of sports continues to see his legacy be questioned. I'll have all that and more next in sports.
On today's Community Dateline, the West Franklin Historical District and Silkwood Inn Museum is hosting a ham and bean supper this Saturday from 5 to 7 p.m. at the Grade School in Old Mulkey Town. Supper includes ham and beans, cornbread, slaw, dessert, and a drink. For more information, please call 618-724-2445. The First Presbyterian Church is hosting their first annual trivia night this Saturday at 6 p.m. at the First Presbyterian Church in Carbondale. All proceeds will benefit the Good Samaritan Food Pantry. Come out and test your knowledge of many categories. Teams are encouraged to pick a theme and decorate your table and team accordingly. For more information, please call 618-549-2148. The 48th Annual Illinois State Fiddle Contest takes place this Sunday at 1 p.m. at the Thelma Keller Convention Center in Effingham. The contest is for all ages. For registration and more information, please call 217-273-2482 or visit IllinoisOldTimeFiddlers.org. Bash Your Trash annual car bash is this Sunday at 5:30 p.m. at the Victory Family Church in Belleville. Ages 12 to 18 are invited to come and participate in this Smash Bash Bang Rally. For more information, please call 618-235-6373. If you have an item of community interest, please send your mail or email 2 weeks in advance to the address on your screen.
And now the latest scores and highlights from across the River Region. This is Evening Edition Sports.
The National League Championship Series shifted back to St. Louis today for Game 3. Both the Cardinals and Giants entered the game with one win under their belt while in San Francisco. Bad news for Cardinals fans is that slugging outfielder Carlos Beltran left the game in the first with a sprained left knee and is listed as day-to-day. Good news, though, for Cardinals fans is that Beltran's replacement, Matt Carpenter, homered in the bottom of the third to give the Cardinals the lead 2-1. St. Louis still holds a 2-1 lead in the top of the seventh. Last night, the ALCS continued in the Motor City as Justin Verlander took the mound for the Tigers. He was supported by 2 runs, including a home run from Delmon Young. That was plenty of run support considering the Yankees offense is hitting a dismal batting average of 200. Verlander and former Yankees pitcher Phil Coke combined to give up only 5 hits and 1 run. Phil Hughes started the game for the Yankees but left in the 4th inning with stiffness in the back. The Tigers won the game 2-1 and took a commanding 3-0 lead in the series. The Tigers will look to sweep the series tonight as Max Scherzer takes the mound against CC Sabathia and the Yankees. First pitch will be at 7 o'clock from Kershner Park. The football Salukis will face yet another top 25 team in the Youngstown State Penguins. The Penguins are coming off 2 straight losses to North Dakota State and Illinois State, respectively. Youngstown has surrendered a combined 83 points in the last 2 games while only managing to score a combined 35 points. The Salukis defense will have to come ready to play this week. The Penguins tailback Jermaine Cook found the end zone 3 times last week to go along with 177 yards on the ground. Saluki coach Dale Lennon talks about the matchup.
Theory's always been you want to go places where there's atmosphere. You want to play in big stadiums that there's fans all over the place. That's fun. The thing that's the most challenging is when you take a team to a place and it's empty and there's just no atmosphere. That's a difficult road game to play.
Salukis will take on the Penguins at 4:05 on Saturday in Youngstown. At one time, he was regarded as the greatest cycler of all time, but now it seems like he was living a lie. Lance Armstrong has been dropped by Nike and will also be stepping down as chairman of Livestrong. Nike was the biggest supporter of the cyclists, but said they do not condone the use of illegal performance-enhancing drugs in any manner. Armstrong could be facing further penalties from the International Olympic Committee depending on the International Cycling Union's findings. Nike did say they will continue to support Livestrong and how they are able to inspire those affected by cancer. This is the second athlete that has been dropped by Nike, the first being Michael Vick. We've now reached the halfway mark for October, which means that college basketball is right around the corner. And today, the USA Today released their first preseason coaches poll of the 2012-2013 campaign. Indiana leads the way in the first poll of the season, receiving 21 of 31 first-place votes. They are followed by Louisville, Kentucky, Ohio State, and Michigan. Missouri Valley favorite Creighton checks in at 15, and Missouri is in there at 17. St. Louis and Murray State received votes, but not enough to crack the list. Also talking about basketball, we have Maroon Madness this Saturday.
That's right.
At 5:30, the boys and girls Salukis will be scrimmaging against each other. It should be very exciting.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm excited to be there.
Me too.
All right. Thanks, Shernese. Coming up next, we'll tell you what to expect on tomorrow night's evening edition.
Also, Meredith has one last look at weather. Stay with us.
Beneath Tennessee's Cumberland Mountains lies one of the world's most magical musical adventures. 3 million years in the making, water and time entwined to carve these caverns. 333 feet deep in the Volcano Room, Pure Acoustics offer music from the heart of the American experience. This week, join Ricky Skaggs and Kentucky Thunder. A little bit bluegrass, a little bit underground. Bluegrass Underground.
Thursday at 9:30.
Across the state of Illinois, teachers are using PBS Learning Media to enrich their students' learning experiences.
I was looking for resources and I went to the PBS Learning Media website. It's easy, it's free, and my students can experience the video clips and the lesson ideas that we talk about in the classroom at home as well with their parents, which enhances their learning.
Before you vote, don't miss the documentary that critics have hailed eye-opening, regardless of political preconceptions, and a must-see. The Choice offers details that make the partisan clash a human story that goes beyond campaign ads, sound bites, and spin. Fascinating portraits of the men who want to be our president. The Choice 2012, a Frontline exclusive.
If you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan here in Southern Illinois, you might travel to St. Louis for several games a year and dread getting bombarded with that terrible traffic. Now officials are working on a plan to help ease the trouble and add a new lane to the almost 50-year-old Poplar Street Bridge. It funnels into the congested downtown area just past the St. Louis Arch. The old bridge that accommodates 3 highways, one of only 2 in the nation, it is due for some repairs as we speak. However, no construction will start until after 2014, when the new Mississippi River Bridge opens to traffic farther north. Can you give us one quick recap on the weather there, Meredith?
I sure can. Taking a look at our 5-day, on Friday we are going to be expecting some AM showers with our temperature around 58. On Saturday, that will jump up to around 63 with partly cloudy skies. On Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, we can expect our temperature to be a little bit higher than usual in the mid-70s, and on Monday, Tuesday, jumping up into the high 70s with sunny skies above us.
All right, thanks, Meredith. Thank you for joining us tonight. You can find many of tonight's stories on our website, siutvnews.com, and you can follow us on Twitter at River Region News. I'm Devin Kidd.
And I'm Alex Wilson. For Meredith Hackler, Sharnice Mitchell, and everyone here at the Evening Edition, have a great night.
River Region Evening Edition is made possible through the membership support of viewers like you, with additional support from Country Insurance and Financial Services and WSIL TV3.